Hello, welcome to Alex and Emmy's Soda Pop Stop. My name is Alex.
And I'm Em.
She's M now instead of M-E. You gotta brand yourself with one specific name. Emmy, Emerson, she's all of them. Today, we're going to do two products because we did a Fentimans product last week, the Dandelion and Burdock soda. I
have something to mention. It is another survival tip. You can also survive on clovers in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, sure. Survival tips and soda pop drinks. Today, we're going to review Fentimans. Not review. I hesitate to say the word review because we are not connoisseurs of the soft drink.
No.
There are probably plenty of other people out there that know how to eloquently describe the flavors they are tasting, and we're just like, tastes like grape soda. So
that's what you always say. I'm just like, no, that's dandelion.
Don't turn to us.
I'm an expert.
This is
I'm weird.
Fentimans Curiosity Cola.
We have a new.
It's gonna turn real dark.
We have a new thing that apparently, because it is botanically brewed, Fentimans is partially alcohol. But still good for children.
Not good. It did say, okay, so
you can drink it if you are a child.
According to the Wikipedia on Fentimans Curiosity Cola, because it is botanically brewed, the process gives the drink an alcohol content of up to 0.5%. But that small of a percentage still allows it to be sold as a soft drink, and it is legal to sell to minors in Europe and North America. So apparently the botanically brewing process of all Fentimans drinks
make
them mildly alcoholic, but not enough that they have to actually say that on their bottles. So Curiosity Cola, obviously just their version of a cola, your typical
Coke. Pepsi
or Coke type of thing. I've always been a Pepsi guy. I know that's not the popular opinion. Emmy has not drank a lot of colas, so
I've had a bit of the frozen slurry things from Meyer. They're like frozen Coca-Cola, but that's only because Emmy bought them.
That might give you a bit of the flavor, but
just a bit.
Not exactly.
It's the dog. The dog is back.
Yep. All right. So we'll get into this real quick, and then we'll review our next product after this. You gonna open yours?
I'm used to it taking so long for you to actually open the drink.
Well, like I said, we already did Fentimans.
It smells like Coca-Cola.
Sure, it's a cola. It smells like a cola.
It smells like Coke.
It smells a bit gingery, and that's like the first ingredient. Or the second, carbonated water, and then fermented ginger root. So there's definitely a ginger smell.
Yeah, there's a ton of different extracts. Water extract, corn extract, syrup extract, ginger extract, ginger root extract, pear juice, concentrate extract, and yeast extract, then cane sugar, flavor, caramel color,
phosphoric
acid, and caffeine.
Yep. General soda ingredients, most of them. Most of that stuff was the ginger root extract ingredients. Cheers. Curiosity Cola.
Okay.
Yep. It's definitely a cola flavor. It's a little bit more.
Definitely tastes like Coca-Cola to me.
Yeah, I'd say it's closer to Coke than it is Pepsi. Yeah, it has more of that caramel flavor. Caramel.
And then it's got a lot of ginger.
Well, the caramel color, I guess. It does sort of taste,
It's got a lot of ginger in there.
I specifically told your sisters we were going to record. Please don't shake the door like you have every other video. And guess what? They're shaking the door trying to get in.
Shush!
Don't yell because then it'll max out the levels on
Okay.
this. Will make people deaf. I apologize to all
Sorry.
headphone users.
Sorry. R.I.P. headphone users.
Look, she knows internet memes. Children these days. Yeah, it's a pretty basic cola, you know. I've never been a huge cola
I have
guy
no idea what I'm doing.
until Pepsi released their natural sugar Pepsi, and for some reason that tasted lighter and crisper to me than the corn syrup version, which
More
just
internet
tasted
memes. Dead memes.
syrupy to me. You know, I heard something on NPR that some people think that you know how you do the thing down low below your belt, and then you get punched if somebody sees it. But that's the game. That's been around
Yes.
forever. Well, some older people think that that's a racist symbol for the Proud Boys. Anyway, so I won't be just throwing up random symbols. It's not. It's a very old game that kids used to play when I was a kid, well before that. But old people don't understand things, you know.
Exactly. Old people are weird.
So yeah, this is kind of similar to the Pepsi natural sugar. You know, it's
Strong.
a bit lighter.
It's very strong.
But I don't know, something about it still has I said caramel at first, but there's almost caramel coloring in here. Maybe it's that ginger flavor I'm tasting. The ginger flavor to it.
That is so strong.
It's much stronger than the Pepsi that I drink. So yeah, like Emmy said, it probably compares more to a Coke than a Pepsi. But Coke might be your type of cola anyway.
Your cup of tea.
It's really not bad at all. Now, since we did Fentimans already once before, we weren't sure what we'd have to say about Curiosity Cola, so I got from the grocery store.
Hey, I was supposed
found-
to do that.
Oh, sorry.
Yay.
Found these chocolates that looked interesting. The wrappers were bright and jumped out at me. It's not a national brand I'd ever heard of. These are Tony's.
Chocolonely.
You see, you'd think it would be Tony's Chocolonely, right? But there's an LY. So, to me, that is Tony's Chocolonely. Chocolonely.
It's Lonely Choco.
Stop hitting the table.
Sorry.
You might notice that this episode we have fixed our lighting problem. We brought in,
I'm gonna go blind.
don't stare at it, we brought in a very bright work light. It has lit us right up, but
Oh, that
we
hurts.
still need to work on other issues. Frame rate. I already can see me jumping all over frame rate. You see all that jittery?
My hand looks weird.
So better camera, better microphone, stuff like that. We're making small steps, everyone. I
Small.
apologize until we are more professional. So anyway, Tony's Chocolonely.
Don't.
I think it might be lonely because they specifically say they are alone in this mission multiple times.
Oh, it's not anything. It's just a bunch of random lines.
She was trying to make out what the
But the chocolate was engraved. Also,
was
it says
engraved. Yeah.
it says to look inside the wrapper. It's got all sorts of stuff about making slave-free chocolate.
Yes, so this is their mission from their website.
I can feel the nuts in it.
Yeah, yours has nuts. We'll describe what we're eating before. Let's talk about their mission, the entire reason why they're pushing this chocolate, their name, everything like that is all tied into it. They say things
Oh,
aren't
I ripped it.
being shared evenly in the chocolate supply chain. The chain starts with millions of farmers who produce cocoa and ends with billions of consumers who enjoy chocolate. But what about the in-between? This section is dominated by a handful of chocolate giants that profit from keeping the cocoa purchasing price as low as possible. As a result, farmers are forced to live in poverty leading to child labor and slavery. So, big chocolate manufacturers like Hershey's want to buy their cocoa for as cheap as possible. So the small, poor farming villages have to sell it for as cheap as Hershey's and such want it, and that leads to them employing children and sometimes even slaves. So that is the issue this company, Tony's, wanted to address. And they are all about it on their labels, saying our mission is to make 100% slave-free chocolate the norm. But reading into it, it's very clear they haven't. And that makes sense because they are a small purchaser. So they can't go into a village and say, yeah, we want to buy your cocoa and we're willing to pay more for it so that you aren't using slavery, because this village is going to make more money by or selling to Hershey's still. So I'm sure they make a mind to seek out farmers that do not use child labor and slavery, but it's probably a much bigger problem than something like just this company could handle. So maybe one day down the road, but if they make this their main mission, then that could be a good start, because if they sell a lot of chocolate and they're still very profitable,
smells good,
despite costing a little bit more, then it's a good sign that consumers are willing to pay more for something that isn't using slave labor. Of course, sneakers, clothing, how many other things in this world use child labor, and American citizens have made it clear that they're not willing to pay more for those products just to make sure that some 8-year-old in China isn't the one sewing them. So you never know. But
people suck.
It's a noble cause, and if they're successful, that's great. And I would encourage you to support them if they are legitimate in their claims to seek out slave-free chocolate. Like I said, they probably can't guarantee it right now by my estimations. I read up on their website and sort of looked into that. There was this big push against blood diamonds because of the movie Blood Diamond, and there was this company that came about that was like, oh, all of our diamonds are sold in Canada, or are grown in Canada. So we guarantee.
You can grow diamonds?
Yes. So we guarantee that they are not blood diamonds. But looking into it, this guy found out there's no way to accurately track where a diamond comes from. So the claim that all of their diamonds come from Canada was pure, I don't want to say lies. Some of them might have come from Canada, but they could not guarantee it. So they were charging you more for a diamond that may or may not have come from Africa, where blood diamonds were.
What are blood diamonds?
Blood diamonds is just a term that was created saying that the diamonds were mined using slave labor and such. So there was blood in the work, so they call it blood diamonds. So anyway,
Poor people. Why?
I think it's probably easier to track where something comes from in the food industry. I worked in a food plant before. Food stuff coming into America has so many restrictions on it. So it's probably a lot easier to track what farms they're getting from. But like I said, no guarantee as to whether those farms are 100% slave-free now. Maybe in the future. But if the chocolate is good, I highly encourage you to support them. Today, I got milk chocolate and caramel sea salt.
And I have Dark chocolate almond sea salt.
I have never been a fan of dark chocolate.
I'm okay with it. I will eat it. But I like white chocolate more. White chocolate's my favorite.
Yeah, white chocolate is just like chocolate with a lot more sugar. So yeah, Emmy showed you all the
engravings.
The engravings, and it doesn't make it easy to break off into like a piece or anything. You're kind of left with this, whatever random shape broke. But
Oh, yep. That's not a normal piece.
kind of triangular. It's good. Really solid chocolate.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yep, there's the almond.
It doesn't taste cheap, like
Can I buy a jar?
Yeah. It doesn't taste overly cheap. It doesn't taste overly sugary. I think that's a lot of
Milk chocolate, dark chocolate.
a lot of chocolate problems is they just dump miles and miles or pounds and pounds of sugar into it. It's definitely not over sugary. There's
That's good.
a lot more chocolatey than it is sugary. And that's good. So yeah. I have the sea salt, caramel sea salt. There's no like caramel filling or anything. It's just obviously mixed in with the
I'm
chocolate.
stealing Dad's.
Bit of a caramel flavor.
That's actually a normal-ish piece. That's probably the most normal you're gonna get.
Yeah. So final verdict on that. I would say this is a very high quality chocolate. Tasty. If you like a nice piece of chocolate,
Wow.
if you're
Dark
cheap about it,
chocolate
you
is
can
so
get
much
the.
harder.
If you're cheap about it, you can get the cheap stuff, cheap sugary stuff. But if you like a nice chocolate, and I think that market's out there. You got people that are all into the Lindt truffles and the Toblerones.
I like Toblerones.
That's not cheap. That's not cheap
They're
chocolate. Well, it's high quality chocolate. So I think the market's out there. And this doesn't taste cheap. So that's good. Because if you're willing to pay more for it, you're going to help in the cause to get rid of slavery and child labor in this industry. It's going to be tough for them to take on, competitors like Hershey's. But eventually, just like people are pushing companies like Nike and stuff like that to stop using factories over in China that use child labor, maybe Hershey's will get pushed to stop using farms that employ child labor or slavery. And Tony's will be the first ones to do it, but Hershey's will face a public backlash at some point and have to do it themselves as well. Let's hope. 'Cause that'd be nice.
Hope is great. And
You know how much-
Hershey's is apparently really mean.
No, I'm not like
I'm
negative.
kidding.
I'm not negative
Kidding.
Hershey's. Maybe I am. I don't know.
Okay.
I just using them as an example because they are the biggest, as far as I know, biggest
Yeah, that's
chocolate,
the biggest I've ever heard of.
biggest chocolate manufacturers. So yeah, you didn't have a lot to say this episode. I kind of led with the whole slavery thing. 'Cause I
So
understood
apparently
that
I
a little
used
more.
up all of this episode's talking for last episode.
Yeah, no revelations.
With the
Well,
whole
there was-
lawnmower thing last episode.
There was a revelation last episode that she ate the yard, and now there's the revelation this episode that I gave her 0.5% alcohol. So
He drugged me.
that's is alcohol a drug? Probably. I'm not looking good. So
This
yeah.
YouTube channel is bringing up all of our darkest secrets.
yeah, not good. So yeah, I found this Tony's chocolate at Meijer. It's a chain grocery store in Michigan, So you
Michigan,
might
yay.
you might be able to just find it at Walmart or something. It doesn't seem hard to find. It's just a little bit more expensive. So smaller brand, smaller company.
We've eaten so much more of the milk chocolate. Like here's
I don't like dark chocolate.
the whole thing of dark chocolate we have.
Alright,
And here's how much milk we have left.
we're hitting 20 minutes, so let's
Bye.
wrap it up. Yeah. Curiosity Cola. Solid cola. I don't know if
Yay.
it's that much better than another cola, but I'm not a big cola drinker, so
And then the chocolate.
it's up to you. If you're a huge cola drinker, give it a try. It wasn't bad by any means. Tony's Chocolonely, Tony's
Whatever it is.
Chocolonely. However you pronounce it, good. Good cause, solid chocolate. So, worth it, I would say. 2 thumbs up, 1 thumb behind my head. There you go. Alright,
Dancing thumbs up.
thanks for watching, everybody. 4 thumbs. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next week with another soda.
I just had 3 hands. There was one hand over here with holding a bottle, and then there was one hand here, and then there was one.
Goodbye.
Yay, 3-handed lady.